Hello everybody, I'm BeakerTeck, also known as Keegan, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. I know it's a little bit different, not starting with a time-lapse, but I will explain that in just 1 second. Now, the reason I haven't done a time-lapse to begin this episode, which is what I normally do with my design-orientated Cities Skylines series, is because I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure what to time-lapse. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff done. I don't know what to do with the beach, right? I think the beach really is just a beach. I mean, these horrible lines here, which I'd like to get rid of, but then people can't use these parks, which is kind of a shame. Obviously, in sort of detail, like in cinematic mode, it looks much nicer, but if I'm playing, people won't actually get there, which is a little frustrating. But I think I am going to go ahead and remove these, simply because it's going to look that little bit nicer, and we are coming up to, and I'm sad to say this, somewhere near ending this series, and so I want to be able to do some cinematic shots, and having those lines coming down onto the beach is not gonna work for me, okay? It's not gonna look nice, so I'm getting rid of them. Now, the other idea I had was I need to do a bunch more sort of farms, right? That's something I said I was gonna do, and I've got a few over here, especially, why does that keep opening things for me? I don't want it. Like, I'm not clicking. Stop opening things. I don't understand what's going on. But, like, I've got some farms up here which look really nice. Obviously, people have died and no one's able to collect them. But that's you know, neither here nor there. That's fine. And also, this building, there was a building here which has disappeared, which is a bit of a shame. Probably because my demand is not at full. Whoopsies. Let's go ahead and put that back up and speed up the game. So hopefully this will be rebuilt. But yeah, as I said, I've got a few farms and I want to do a few more, but I'm really not sure what. I could fill in. See, this thing, once you get to this level, it's just sort of, it's time to end it, you know? Time to end it. But I want to get one more episode of building in and discussion with you of what's going to happen, and then I'm gonna end it, do a cinematic sort of episode, and then we'll move on to something else. What that something else is going to be, I'm thinking at this point, is it's going to be back to vanilla, okay? I haven't played vanilla in a long time. And I really, really want to. I really want to. So that's my current thinking, is that I'll probably turn off prop and tree anarchy first. But I'm going to go back to a vanilla series. I am coming up, and by the time I finish recording this episode, I will have played 100 hours of Cities Skylines, which isn't much compared to a lot of other people. But for me, it's quite a lot. Okay, so a lot of that has been done with a load of mods and a load of extra assets and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's time I went back to vanilla. Really experience what the game was sort of originally designed to be. Obviously, there are some mods that I really sorely miss, like the automatic bulldoze and, you know, things like that. Prop and line tool is going to be sorely missed. But you know, it'll be nice to see what the developers actually made in terms of this game. So I think that's going to be the plan. I will go and I will do a vanilla let's play of this game if you guys want it, okay? Let me know in the comments of this video, because by the time when this video comes out, I'll have time to read the comments and decide on a plan before I actually start recording the next episode, next week's episode. Friday will be recorded, and it will probably be cinematics of this build. And then next week's stuff will be completely decided by you guys in the comments down below. So get commenting with your ideas and what you want to see, and whether you'd like to see a vanilla playthrough or, I don't know, anything. Let me know anything you want to see and I will work on it. I do want to do a couple more one-off builds. I know someone mentioned in the comments that they'd like to see a Auckland attempt, which is the biggest city in New Zealand. So it'd be completely different to this, which is all rural and people dying. As you can see, I have not balanced the health and all that kind of stuff very well, and it's starting to bother me. So I'm just going to go ahead and place in a few of these unrealistically. We'll go one there, we'll get one out this way, and we'll get one out that way as well. We will get one over here because the death symbols really annoy me. I don't know why, I just really don't like the death symbols. So I do want to get these in place. Lots of death happening over here, so I'm going to go ahead and place a crematorium there. And how are you guys? You guys are actually okay. It's just the farms out here, and unfortunately I don't hate the death symbols enough to place in crematoriums out there. But yeah, so a couple more one-off builds. Maybe an Auckland build, which would be super high density, and I will probably use a map and actually base it off of real Auckland, and I think that could be quite interesting. I've yet to build using sort of an image overlay map kind of thing. I have seen it done, and I know how, kind of, roughly. So it's definitely something I'd like to attempt. So yeah, we'll see. Let me know what you want me to do next week, and I will be sure to do it. But for now, you might be wondering what all these roads are that I have been placing while I ramble. And these are going to be the start of a bunch of fields and farms and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to fill all of these up not off camera, in time lapse, which will probably be the rest of this episode. And when we come back, we'll have some beautiful, beautiful farms. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break now from my time-lapse. I wasn't planning on doing this. I was planning on only finishing the time-lapse when I finished the time-lapse, but in front of me I have a cat. Like, it looks like some sort of lion or something. Like, look at it. And it's not something I placed. That is a proper, like, lioness or mountain lion or something like that. Like that. I didn't know that was in the game. I had no idea. But anyway, guys, this is where I'm at so far. So I've got a couple orange farms, a couple green trees, like light green trees, dark green trees, some flowered ones. We got some orange trees here. We got blue flowers here. Lovely. Lovely. Very nice. Over here we've got some pink trees, or little, more like bushes. They look, I was sort of thinking like grapevines or something like that when I placed that one. I was also thinking that it'll be looked at from about up here anyway. And over here we have got some horses. Lovely horses. Lots of horses. Loads of horses over here. And of course, because it's New Zealand, we've got sheep. As Jack pointed out to me in the comments several episodes ago, I haven't got any sheep, and so I do now. Lots of them, which is great. And the final thing that I want to be putting in is, now that I have fenced off this area and put in some trees, I want to be putting in some, where are they? Some cows. I have some oopsies. I've got some cow models as well. So I've got some eating cows and some not eating cows. Now these are going to go, I think I'm going to put them mostly, I'll scatter them around the whole place. We'll just do a sort of a random clicking pattern. I can click very, very fast, which is very useful when it comes to this kind of stuff. We'll grab a couple normal non-eating cows. We'll just randomly place these around the farm. Boom, 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 like that. So now loads of cows throughout the farm, which is great. And then what I want to do is, because I know I'm going to be doing a cinematic shot at some point, I do want to put a bunch of them sort of more in one place. So I'm going to do a bit of a spam sort of through here, so that when it comes to cinematics, I can get, you know, a lot of these in the shot. Because this is what happens when you drive down a New Zealand road, right? You get, hang on if we can get the shot in. You just get cows right up at the fence. So that's what I want here. I want to see this. They are popping in something horrendous. The level of detail on those is shocking. For the cinematic shot episode, which will be coming out on Friday, I am going to do add some more mods in terms of graphics so we can get this looking absolutely gorgeous. But I am going to leave it there. I might do a little bit more work on this stuff off camera before the cinematic stuff comes out. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.